on to another dark hole. Hope to stop time falling on and on and on and on. On and on and on and on. Life goes on. Lost cause, going on to another dark hole. Hope I stop the time from falling on and 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 on. Life goes on. Lost cause.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not a normal Thursday. because we are definitely changing things up to the point where I'm on the wrong camera. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the build. Not only the build, but also X-Amining 97. We're combining two of our shows this week. And it's mainly because we're so behind. We
really are. We're really behind
on X-Amining 97. So we figured, okay, well, we did an episode last night. Let's knock out the other two episodes today, and we'll get some bracket in. It just kind of worked out, that way that we didn't have our guest this week. Next week we will have a guest. Lord willing, he doesn't have to reschedule again. But next week's guest, and the grave is here. Next week's guest should be Brian Volk-Weiss from the man who essentially created or is recreating all of our favorite things from our childhood, and the man lives off nostalgia, and I love him to death for everything that he's doing.
He's a nostalgia junkie.
I mean, have you seen the things that Naseel Company does?
I have. You know what? Stop giving me logic, okay?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are still hopefully going to be doing a bracket towards the end of the show, but we are focusing more on our brackets on episodes 5 and 6 from
Examination.
We are examining the things. All of the things. We're going to be talking, Easter eggs, thoughts, all the fun things about everything that's going on with X-Men 97. We'll start here specifically with episode 5 because we didn't cover it last week. So we definitely need to cover it this week. And
there's a lot of stuff going on in my house, apparently.
Yeah.
I know they found me. I'm outside her door. They found me.
But X-Amining 97, episode 5. What can we say to bring into this? Because it was
a lot.
It was.
Let's say I'll remember it.
Absolutely.
Too soon. It's too soon.
God. You forgot?
No.
So aside from the just plethora of Easter eggs that were in the episode to begin with, essentially this entire episode revolves around Genosha and basically it's essentially the why am I forgetting the name of it right now? The Hellfire Gala.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Tater in the chat.
Hey, Tater.
So I think we should talk about it, and I think we should talk about predictions of who.
Of who?
Of who?
Doctor Who.
Somebody sent stuff to Genosha. Let's talk about who sent them to Genosha.
Yeah, well, didn't we figure that out in the next episode?
Are you sure?
I think so.
I don't think that a particular individual is there to exterminate mutants.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't think so either. Well,
I said we have to have a theory.
Okay. All right.
There's a lot of nuance in what's going on in the story right now because you have this whole situation with Sinister, but then also you have anti-mutant leagues. You have like who's going to be somebody who is completely anti-mutant and wants to kill off all the mutants.
There's only one person that Cable fights in the X-Men cartoon.
His own demons.
He has 4 horsemen.
Oh, really? You think Apocalypse doesn't want to?
I'm saying
eradicate.
It's not that he doesn't want to eradicate mutants. He wants to eradicate anyone who is not strong enough to survive. You remember his whole
yeah,
thing
that's
was
right.
survival of the fittest, right?
Yeah.
He believes that only the strong can survive. Whether you're human or mutant, you need to prove that you are worthy of life. So that's kind of the thing with Apocalypse. That's where I can see that. I can see that being a thing. Is
I have a when we get to it. Let's get into Easter eggs. But I have a crazy theory when we get to it.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I've got some Lego to build. So
what?
Let's do this Lego building while we're talking X-Men. I don't know why I sang that.
Because you have to bring joy into episode 5.
I have to bring joy into something. I don't know if it's episode 5. Well, I mean, it starts off okay. I mean, you're like, oh, hey, they're going to go to Genosha. They're going to figure this out.
And then it ends in the most tragic way.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I know I'm jumping ahead, but it made me want to cry.
I teared up at the end of it. I was shocked. And then I went to I went through the 5 stages of grief, I think.
I'm like really hoping that it's like comic book style and it's like what happened at the end of that episode isn't what really happened.
Yeah.
Oh, it's exactly what happened.
It is. Yeah.
But there's some wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey.
Because Doctor Who is going to show up. And then he's going to say, oh, no, this is not a fixed point in time. We can change this.
And like I said, like the thing that I, in my mind, gravitate towards is that, because we do have characters who are known to travel in time, that a time travel thing is going to happen and it's going to change everything. Like the last episode, everybody's back.
Yeah.
I know that we talked about it on the download, but they were saying that, there's a possibility that everybody's going to get new costumes. And I was thinking about it before this show. Jean Grey, technically, if you count Madeline, look at that. Technically, if you count Madeline Pride, we've gotten a new Jean Grey costume.
Yeah.
And
stop putting your thumb up. Yeah.
There it goes.
That's so funny.
We got a new Jubilee costume because of Motendo. We did get a new Gambit costume in this episode.
Yeah.
Because you got a Hellfire Gala costume. That counts. Same thing with Rogue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next episode, again, we're going to talk about this in a little while, but we got new costumes specifically for Professor Xavier. Spoilers.
Yeah.
We got, there it is again. I'll try and stop. We got a new costume for Storm. So I mean, like we've been slowly getting new costumes for every character.
Well, I mean, I feel like they need to change their clothes more because they wear the same thing. Like in every episode. And I'm just like, guys, come on. They've got to be stinky by now. So,
how's it any different than Peter Parker always wearing the spider suit underneath his clothing?
Well, look, we all know that Peter Stinky Parker doesn't have good hygiene. So
we know that Peter is the stinky poop. So
yes. So that is, I think he should have them too. Look, Power Girl, when she had multiple costumes, I was all for it. Because she wore different costumes. She was like, well, why wouldn't I? Why would I only wear the one thing all the time? That's silly. And it's silly. I'm a fan of Wonder Woman have multiple costumes.
Merchandising. I hear what you're saying. You want to be able to sell the same thing with different costumes.
And toy sales. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, merch. It's all about merch. We'll talk about that later, though.
Because we got merch people?
Yep, we got merch.
So, Easter egg wise, should we dive into in chronologically order, or should we talk about the big giant bald head in the sky?
No, let's start. Well, let's start at the beginning because we should move everybody through this. I mean, it'll help with all of our grief. Okay, let's move through it so we understand everything. So,
apparently, I was the only one not grieving.
Shut up. So, like the Genosian flag, like when the Blackbird comes in and the Genosian flag, that's like straight out of the comics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I love how they do that. They put little nods from the comics directly into it. And I think that's amazing. So I thought that was kind of cool. I do think it's funny that it was Magneto, Rogue, and Gambit, and Gambit's like giving the evil eyes the whole time, the whole way. He was like, mm-hmm. He was like that little like 13-year-old kid in the back, like I didn't want to go anyway, kind of thing, Even though he basically made himself go. So
He's just basically like, you're banging my girl, I want to kill you.
right, I'm gonna cut all those luscious locks off you, Magneto.
But you could argue that
those locks.
that Gambit was an ambassador to Genosha because he kind of started the uprising at Slave Island of Genosha originally.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's had some negotiations when he's part of the Thieves Guild too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he is a good representative because he's had to deal with councils and other major entities like that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, I think that the 3 mutants that went were the 3 mutants that needed to go. I think they all are representative of mutant kind. Because Rogue's like, she's got powers that she feels are more of a curse than a blessing. And then Gambit has such a long history with different mutant factions. And Magneto was like uber bad guy. And now he's like, I'm going to teach them all and we're going to have peace and all that. So it's like all of the factions are there. Right. So I do think they were good representation or representatives. So
what I love about Magneto in this is he very much is playing the good guy role. Like he is not deviating unless there's something in the storyline later that they're going to do with that. But like he is playing by the role. It's very much how he is in the comics when he takes over the X-Men.
Well, he's honoring Charles. And I mean, I think that's because we are all at this point under the assumption that Charles has passed. Right. And later we find out that's not true. Sorry, I spoiled that. If you haven't watched it, why are you watching this show?
Because we're literally going to be talking about this.
Yeah. But, he's the last wish that Charles had for him was that he takes over the school and continues his dream. And so Magneto is doing that because Magneto may have different views and different principles than Charles, but Magneto is a good man. He just does despicable things. And I think that's what makes him the best X-Men villain. Honestly, he is that. Look, I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. They treat us like crap. They call us freaks and all this stuff. But I'm right. We can't exist with them. We need, we're more powerful. We need to be the leaders. And Charles is like, look, we can't do that. Let's all get along. And so Magneto's trying to do that now when he still feels like he's right. And I feel like Genosha is this whole precursor to this kind of war between humans and mutants, and it's a big thing. Now, I lost my focus halfway through that. I appreciate you guys letting me bring it back around.
So, I mean, we obviously had Inside Out Boy.
Yeah.
Even though he's not really inside out. Yes, I know his skin is translucent.
Right.
But I mean, that was another way to show all the different mutants that we really hadn't seen. Yes, we saw the Morlocks, and the Morlocks were taken to Genosha by Magneto, especially Leech, and everything like that. And I find it interesting that the styles of M's that are on Genosha is the same style as the M over Bishop's Eye.
Yeah.
Because if you look at all the banners, stuff like that, you don't see the full M. You see the longer side on the right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of there.
Yeah, I absolutely see that. I feel like, I don't know. I know. It's like I know in the comics what happens. I know, like, it does seem like they're changing it up a little bit, but I'm like, okay. So yeah, the M's do look like that. I do think that, that this is going where you think it's going.
Mhm.
I think it's going there too. But I just think it's interesting how they're getting us there. Because not
Now,
everything is the same. So
right. Now, I mean, something that's rarely mentioned, I think it's hidden at a little bit here, is that Rogue was part of the Brotherhood of Mutants originally when she was first
yeah, Brotherhood of
introduced.
Evil Mutants. Yeah.
Yeah.
First
And
appearance was in Avengers Annual 11, I believe. It may be 10. That was Rogue's first appearance. I have it somewhere.
but I mean, the show never really hinted at her allegiance with Magneto
Right.
before, which is like I said, her
Right.
start, and she had that. And we're kind of going back to the representatives. Is we have someone that was bad and turned good. We have a thief and has been been called assassin way too many times by Bishop.
Yeah. Well, and they didn't really they didn't really go into the Gambit versus Bishop thing and what that was about and him working for Sinister. And then they didn't go into a lot of they didn't go into that Magneto and Mystique and Rogue were all in the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants together. So that would have been good, but it does seem like they're just making the assumption now that all of us know that they were all in there and that's what they were for. So, look at that. Looky.
Mountjoy Crisis.
Yep.
And this is literally him standing over Gambit.
Yep.
So, but I mean that's part of it. It was a huge thing. Like, who was the traitor in the X-Men? And, and then you find out it was Gambit. And then you find out all this other stuff. And then Gambit, is like, no, I'm not really a traitor. I love you guys. And then, there's just so much. It was my favorite soap opera back then. So I really think, I think there's a lot more that Gambit is supposed to do. So I don't know if he's actually, I don't think we've seen the last of him.
No, there's no way.
So.
I don't think that would end Gambit that way.
No, absolutely not. So
I think they showed his true power.
Yes, and we kind of saw it a little when he did Wolverine's claws, and then and so they earned it, because we saw that he can do it to other things. He's not just doing playing cards now.
Yeah.
We know he can. He just chooses not to. So it's nice that that we got to see that. So, but yeah,
and arguably the least powerful of the three that were there, who took down the kaiju Sentinel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, we have to, I think, also talk about the water splitting kiss.
Yes.
And thoughts on, I know our forwards have big thoughts on Cyclops having these psychic meetings with Madeline and having the love continuing that way, and then Jean gets mad that he has that interaction with her, while then she actually goes and kisses Wolverine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we need to talk about that too. I think, and here's the thing: Cyclops has 2 redheads,
and he always needs more.
Wolverine has 0 redheads. So Cyclops should give one of the redheads to Wolverine. And then I think, well, that's horrible. I shouldn't say shit like that because I'm a woman and women aren't property to be given or received. So that's horrible. But I'm just like, look, Cyclops, I don't know what it is about you. And you must have a really nice big penis. That's what I think. Because you got all these women trying to get with you, and
psychics specifically.
Yes.
He's a psychic fetish.
Yeah, a redhead psychic fetish. That's what it is.
He had a thing with Emma Frost.
Oh yeah, but there was a comic where she pretended to be Jean as the Phoenix. So let's just state a kink that's a kink. We don't kink shame here, but that's what I'm saying is this is what I've discovered. I think that's it. But
Remember, we're just not going to forget that this dude is just super cucky. So I mean,
so yeah. So I mean, I agree. We knew the love triangle was going to happen again. We knew this was all going to happen because it's got to. But I'm just saying that I don't know. And I was more shocked about Gambit than I was about the kiss. I was like, oh hey, look, they're doing the kiss now. Yay! At least we're on track for that.
Now, do you feel that Jean has any right to be as angry as she did when she kissed Wolverine, when all Cyclops did was have a mental relationship?
That's still an affair, buddy.
But I'm just saying, she got mad at him, but it's okay for her to kiss Wolverine.
No, absolutely not. But it wasn't right for him. So 2 wrongs don't make a right. We both know this. We all know this, right? We learned it in school or wherever on the streets, wherever you learned it. And yeah, so 2 wrongs don't make a right. But if she'd made the right choice and Scott made the wrong choice, then there wouldn't be any drama in it. Ooh. So there wouldn't be any drama in it. So that's what I'm saying. Is you got to have the drama, right?
Right. Now, I mean, you can argue that Madeline is the mother of his child.
Yeah, and
I'm just saying.
She also went like banana boat bonkers and tried to kill everyone.
Because Wolverine's never done that.
Oh no, he has. I'm not saying Wolverine is a stable genius. I'm saying that a lot of mistakes have been made.
I think I've said it on multiple episodes, right? Wolverine is one bad day away from being a bad guy.
Yep.
Wolverine is one bad dream away from being a bad guy, because that guy in his sleep, I think, has ruined more beds than anyone, and not in a good way.
He has the worst case of PTSD, but he also, they tone it down in the cartoons, but like he fucking doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit about anybody.
Well, yeah, but then he does. It's like he wants everyone to think that he doesn't really give a damn, but he really does. He does give a damn. It's just he's so traumatized from everything that he can't let anyone in. And so of course he makes wrong decisions. Him wanting Jean, that was a wrong decision just in the beginning. Him wanting that and pursuing that's where he was wrong. Jean kissing him, that was wrong. Scott having a psychic relationship with Madeline, that was wrong. Madeline being cloned by Mr. Sinister, that was wrong. So really it's just Mr. Sinister's fault.
It's very evil or sinister of him.
I'm not going to disagree with anything she's saying, because you're not wrong.
But
Wolverine did stop the kiss. But Wolverine did stop the kiss.
Yes, he did. And you know, that I feel like he's growing. He's growing. He's not acting like a 13-year-old. He's acting like an 18-year-old now.
he's acting like an 1800-year-old.
Right, exactly. So yeah, so I it's a mess, and it's gonna be a mess for a really long time, no matter what happens. I mean, it's the overall mess that happens like all the time in the comics. So, you know, I'm just like, oh hey, yay, we finally got it in the comic or in the show. So, but let's get back to Magneto and his luscious locks.
So his Master of Magnetism, Hellfire Gala dance.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, that was funny. And I wanted to talk about the statues. Like he had the statues, one of him and one of Charles. He couldn't just, have one of Charles. He had to do both of them because, he's an egomaniac.
Do you think he did that, or do you think Genosha did that?
Well, I think Genosha did that, but I think that he could have said no.
He's not going to say no.
I know, because he's a megalomaniac narcissist.
In the end, he's an egomaniac. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
you can't ever take that out of Magnus. I mean, he's always, no matter what side he's on, even if he's trying to be a good guy, he's always going to be an egomaniac.
Yeah. He really is. I mean, they are cool statues, though. They do get his hair right. So, I mean, there's that. I hope they shave his head soon. Like, just give him like a crew cut or something, because I'm kind of getting sick of myself saying his luscious locks.
Nope. If they fucking Medusa him, I'm done.
You're gonna boycott it.
Yep. No. If they Medusa him, I'm done. I'm done. I'm over.
Now, what do we think of? She's the president, right?
Who?
The woman that does on the council at the UN embassy, or she just an ambassador?
Cooper?
Yeah.
Was that Val Cooper? Yeah, it's Val Cooper.
Yeah.
Do I have that right?
I think so.
Wow. I pulled that out of someplace. No, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if she's the president. I think she's like the liaison. She's like, what's his name? In Wakanda Forever.
Oh, what's his name? General Ross.
Yeah, not General Ross, but
no,
like
not Ross.
Edward
Ross. Yeah. She's kind of like him. Like, he was like the liaison to Wakanda, ambassador or whatever. I think that's what she is. She's like.
Now, do you feel? We've all seen the rumors and suspicions that it's suspicious for her to be there.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think there's any credence to this after the threat that they had with the X-Men, that she had with them, the threat that Magneto had at his trial? Now she's at Genosha when this goes down.
Oh, I mean, I think that's suspicious, but I also think that's Mystique.
You think it's Mystique?
Yeah, I think Val Cooper is Mystique.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I've been kind of going down that rabbit hole. Just like,
yeah, I think she is. So and that would also lay into the plans that you say about Apocalypse, because last time we saw her, she was a minion of Apocalypse. So.
Yep.
So yeah. So I mean, it lends credence.
That also brings back Mystique, that I know like a lot of X-Men 97 fans have been like waiting for. Like,
yeah.
Everybody's pretty much been waiting for, like, where's Mystique at in all this?
Yeah, I think she's Val Cooper. I think she took over Val at some point. I don't know if it was when Magneto, threatened them, but I think it was probably right around that time.
Right. Which would be funny, because she was Senator Kelly as well for a long period of time too.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been like a little bit of everybody. I mean, to be honest, I think she was me for like 2.5 days. I don't know. God, I wonder what she did in that time.
Like, yeah, I blacked out and
wouldn't have been the first time. Oh,
if Shadid turns blue one day, we know.
Right. No, that was my clone. That was my clone.
That's my clone, baby.
I mean, obviously we had, the reporter there kind of doing a documentary on the X-Men, helping lead to show how mutants can coexist. And really Scott's break saying, we are not normal. We are not like you. We are. Yeah.
It was actually kind of, it felt kind of nice to see, of all people, break Scott.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's usually so controlled. I felt in that moment I liked him more. That's when I started liking him more. Now, was he also having? Yeah, because he made a mistake and he was like, "Ah, crap." But like, I also think, well, was he distracted from that psychic relationship he was having with Madeline, and the pressure that Jean's putting on him? So. Dude's got a lot of stress. I'm surprised he hasn't had a heart attack.
He also sleeps apparently without his glasses on him, so he opens his eyes it's like sleep apnea. He's not going to be able to move, but his eyes will be able to be open or something like that.
Yeah, you think he'd have like sleep goggles or something.
Yeah.
They need to get on that.
He was also sleeping on the couch. I'm pretty sure there's more than enough rooms for him not to have to sleep on the couch if Jean kicks him out of the room.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a specific message. Like she was like, "No, you can't sleep in any of the other rooms. You have to sleep on that couch, and it has to be that specific couch because it is the least comfortable couch in the whole mansion."
You have to sleep on that couch. That's the one I fucked Logan on.
Oh.
Ooh.
Or was it Madeline? But yeah, so it was, yeah. And yeah, that was like really, I thought that was kind of cool, like having it. Okay, yeah, of course you would do a piece on mutants, and that's the big thing, and all this, and yeah, and then the reporter you can see like she gets a little bit more nervous as they talk, like you can kind of see, and that I thought that was great because I was like, that's a detail they didn't have to add, and they added it, and I thought that was that was really good.
Like, yeah. I'm not feeling comfortable around.
She's like, well, the more you guys are talking and the more I'm seeing powers, I'm a little uncomfortable right now.
See, I could just snap your neck just like that if I really wanted to.
Right. But I don't, yeah. So,
and yes, you piss me off.
Right. And then with like the whole Hellfire Gala thing, like, them doing the whole like Genosha Hellfire thing, like all the people we saw, and we know it wasn't Morph. They were actual characters.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Hey, here's 10,000 mutants. Good luck.
Yeah, here's just everybody.
Good luck.
Blink and you'll miss it.
I mean,
and then Nightcrawler, that was so cool seeing him.
Yeah, I was really happy to see him in there. I don't know if you guys noticed again, I'm jumping ahead, but in the opening for episode 6, they replaced Storm with Nightcrawler.
Yeah, they did.
They replaced Gambit with Nightcrawler.
Yeah, they replaced. Yeah, it was Gambit. Yeah. But and then we got Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man. He was in it.
Yep. Multiple Man.
Dazzler with brown hair, which I thought was great.
Okay, we have to talk about Multiple Man.
Well, there are multiples of him, and he's a man.
Is it okay? Let me correct me. I don't know if it was Molecule Man or Multiple Man for Secret Wars.
Oh, I don't remember.
But I'm talking about. There was the mutant in every multiverse that was going to explode.
I think that was Molecule Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it was Multiple Man. I think that was Molecule Man.
Now, do you think did we see Molecule Man? Do you think they'll be that clever to put in Molecule Man to lead up to potential Secret Wars and Doom, God Doom, and put him into X-Men?
They might, but I didn't while I was watching and going, oh, I know that one. Oh my god. I didn't really notice him, but I mean, there's nothing that says that he didn't.
Right.
That he wasn't there. So I definitely think that he could have been. But yeah, there were just so many people. What about Exodus? Did you guys see him in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just know Exodus because Exodus is a boss in one of the X-Men games. I think it's Mutant Apocalypse. Exodus is a boss.
Yeah.
So he's very I don't know how to describe it, kind of like a golden halo just kind of behind him, like behind his head for the most part all the time we see him.
Yeah.
Now, do you find it interesting that the Hellfire Club was actually at Genosha? We have known villains that brainwashed Jean Grey, and you think Madeline Pryor would have that knowledge, and she's there with them.
Well, forewarned is forearmed, and if they are trying to welcome all mutants, then they would have to. It's kind of like they have to do that too. Now, what's their extradition treaty with other countries? That would be the thing I would want to know about.
Okay.
Because they come to Genosha, and then but they know they're wanted criminals in some countries or all countries. Do they just go, okay, here you go, or do they?
Well, not? I mean, that's kind of what led to Asteroid M essentially too. Mm-hmm. Was they were harboring the war criminal Magneto, and he's like, all right, I'm just going outside of Earth. Good luck.
Yeah.
Who wants to come with?
I'm just gonna be outside your jurisdiction. Ha 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 ha. Ha. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
This island here isn't far enough for you as a separate country. I'll just go in space. Yeah.
Right. No,
Not
and
enough. Not
He can still see you.
well, so do you think they're merging like the Genosha and Krakoa?
Yes.
I think they are too. I got that like impression, especially with the council, because
Mhm.
I don't remember there really being a council in Genosha. It was just they had a leader, and then they had cabinet positions, and that was it. So
Right.
that
And,
makes sense. And I mean, Kokoro being such a newer concept with it,
yeah,
and so like kind of a cool way to do that.
yeah, and they probably wouldn't get to that storyline in this series ever. So merging them together it's a win-win.
right.
So yeah,
Well,
I like that.
because we also have, the potato loving, whiskey drinking Irish people there at Genosha too, with Banshee and Mara McTaggart.
Well, Mora is Scottish, but yes.
Well, she still drinks whiskey and eats.
She's a Scotch.
It's different whiskey. Irish whiskey and Scottish whiskey are different.
Well, Scottish whiskey is Scotch.
Yes.
Yeah. But with her, the last time we saw her, I believe, was with her son.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which means he's probably there too.
Correct.
I remember the reveal when they revealed that her son was a mutant.
And let's face it,
yeah.
Wolverine did not fare well against him mentally.
No. No. And I think it's interesting. They've got with this episode, they opened, so even though they seemed to close a lot of doors, they opened a lot of doors too.
Mhm.
They like really opened a lot of stuff, a lot of storylines that could be had. So
Yeah.
sorry, my dog is being really weird, and I'm wondering what she's doing where I can't see her. So
Yeah. So what do you guys think? I mean, we got the dance sequence and everything like that, and then we get to talk about, a guy running for his mother, saying he is coming.
I was gonna say, are we gonna talk about how horny that fucking dancing was?
We can.
right. Like even animated, it was like you could feel the sexual tension just everywhere.
Shit was just way too horny for a cartoon.
Yeah. It's because they did the pink and the blue and the boom, 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 boom. I mean, yeah, people are gonna want to get down. They're gonna be down to clown.
So what you're saying is the kaiju came during the mutant orgy.
Basically, yes. And
So-
isn't that just the way it is?
Right. Now, obviously, Magneto's able to control magnetism, and he's able to control the shield around himself that he has, right? And that's why he's able to touch Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in theory, do you think Gambit could do the same thing?
I think, well, he could create like a like kinetic barrier, couldn't
Mhm.
he? Yeah, I mean, he could. They do it in the comics now.
Right.
So it's not like, I mean, it's just he just hasn't thought of it yet, and she hasn't thought of it yet.
Right.
I think that's what it is. So
I think
yeah.
so.
I think so. But it's like, here's my thing. I just don't think she's really touching them.
No, she's not. There's no
Yeah.
way.
That's not. I mean, yeah.
There's only one mutant that she can touch, and it's Leech.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what you could just do? Hey, Leech, can you go stand in the corner of this room for a while?
And let's just traumatize you, like, Theon Greyjoy was traumatized.
God.
Man, we're going dark.
Yeah.
Well, that's the theme.
Because we're about to go darker with the Kaiju Sentinel, right?
So that Sentinel comes in. We're all like, what? These guys again? Ugh. And then you realize, oh, this is not your mother's Sentinel.
No.
Yeah, and it gets real heavy duty real quick.
Now, what do you think of Uatu being there watching this?
I thought that was very clever because I think they could do some like tie-ins to What If and this show.
I mean, Uatu was in the show before.
Right.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
now that What If is like they could do other things. They could do What If the Brood now.
But he generally only appears during Nexus events.
Yeah.
So is it possible this is a Nexus event?
Oh, I think it's absolutely a Nexus event. And I think that Cable being there, like coming in for that cameo and talking to his mom and actually saying mom, I think he realized he was too late and now he's going to have to come back like earlier and try and get, I mean, it's all, I mean, time, you don't know
Yeah,
what
that was
exact point.
Like that whole thing was a pretty major event.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so,
do you think what we saw was his first attempt?
No. I think this is like his 57th attempt.
So you think he's groundhogging it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's, he has to save his mom and the rest of mutant kind. That's what Cable is all about. I mean, honestly, it's like his job is to save mutant kind. And no matter what he fixes, something else breaks and he's got to go and do that.
Right.
While leaving his son elsewhere.
Right.
Because that's what Summers do.
Exactly.
Abandonment issues. God damn it, Summers!
All right. So I'm going to throw out a crazy theory here at this point in time. One of them that I have. Was this Cable sent by our Deadpool?
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Because he needs them in the Deadpool and Wolverine Fox X-Men universe and for Secret Wars.
Maybe.
What if they do that? Oh, my God. What if they do that?
That would be cool. That would be so cool.
Because last time we saw Deadpool, he had fixed the time bracelet.
Fixing the timelines.
Yeah, and he went and went to other Fox things and was like, "Nope, you're dead. Nope, you're dead." So yeah,
I completely envision an animated portion of Deadpool Wolverine where he is in the Fox X-Men animated universe.
That would be so cool. And that would make sense why they pushed Deadpool back if they wanted to wait until this.
My God, I both love and hate you right now for this.
That's awesome. I love this. I approve. Frey approves of this crazy theory.
Because I love the idea of it, and if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be upset. So I hate you.
That's okay. They could do a what if it doesn't happen.
I absolutely think they need to have Ryan Reynolds doing the voice of Deadpool in one of these episodes too.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I have to talk about something though the thing that really got me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, remember me, the whole Gambit,
I was the same one. Now we know it's not going to happen. Well,
right?
It's not my fault they didn't call me.
What did you say, Wong?
Let me get Ryan on the phone right now. When we have time to do research.
Now!
So the thing that got me, it was the whole Gambit sacrificing himself so he could overpower the Sentinel and destroy it. It was Rogue's line, "I can't feel you." And the way that the voice actress delivered that line, that broke me into a million pieces.
It was fucking heartbreaking.
And it was so reminiscent of Scarlet Witch and Vision after she took it out and she's like, "I can't feel you." It was reminiscent of that. And it brought a lot back. I was like, so that was my.
It also almost felt like when Storm loses her powers.
Yes.
Mhm.
They've had a lot of those moments where it's like, oh my gosh, there have been these powerful moments in this cheesy show. And I mean, it is cheesy and it's meant to be cheesy, but
Yes.
I love that they're balancing it
Mhm.
and we're getting into that, like we're getting into the guts of it. And I like that a lot. So I thought this episode really hit that home because until the Sentinel, it was cheesy AF. I mean, it
Mhm.
really was. And horny and all that. Just exactly like it should have been. But
It should have been horny.
yeah. And but yeah, I mean, like, and then they just twisted it, and then we just all broke into a million pieces. So yeah. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny. So,
So, I mean, Easter egg that we have to talk about is Chris Potter coming back, the original Gambit coming back as Cable,
Yeah.
which every time I look at him and his pictures, he looks like Johnny Cage from the original Mortal Kombat movie. The two of them look very similar as actors. I'm sorry.
that
Chris
is
Potter,
funny though.
Yeah. So we know if we had just done this episode last week, I would have said it's this event that brings back Charles Xavier. That'd be my prediction for the next episode.
Yeah.
Which is what happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But so I have the other crazy theory out there. I want to expand on this.
Uh-huh.
I know lots of people are saying that we're going to get Cassandra.
Yeah.
Because she's being the villain of Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
But she's in the void, potentially. So we all know probably it's going to be Apocalypse that sent this kaiju Sentinel.
Yeah.
But with Cable and Uatu there, what if this is the event that makes her timeline dangerous? And this is how she gets into the void, that she's in this universe, and this is a Nexus event that they break, and because she broke it, she gets sent to the void to meet up in Deadpool and Wolverine.
That could be it too. Yeah, yeah.
You know what makes me kind of like give credence to this is the fact that Feige had to go out of his way to tell everybody this is not canon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why do you have to tell everybody it's not canon? You know, if it's going to be something that like it makes sense to like sit there and advertise that it's not canon, so that specifically you can throw that kind of swerve out there,
right? Because everyone's saying that, you know, in the storyline in the comics, it is Cassandra Nova that does this, right? She's the one that sends the Kaiju Sentinel from the Peruvian Sentinel Master Mold, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But we have to know how she gets to the void. And I think it's this event that gets her sent into the void. Yes, I'm just taking it, you know, things that everyone's talking about because it happened in the comics, but taking that next step as my theory. What do you think about that, Phil?
I think I'm sorry.
I was eating. I didn't want to eat on camera. I'm sorry.
I think it's something that totally gives credence. I think that it's 100% something that could be a possibility. Again, with the way that Feige plays his storylines, you know, this is something that could like kind of make a deeper tie into the overall story arc. Especially because we know that they are using these X-Men themes in the movies already.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, I could see them introducing Cassandra and introducing like all of that before the Deadpool movie comes out, because so it's easier for us to just be like, oh, hey, is that? Oh my gosh, you know, kind of thing. So
fucking Xavier's weird ass sister.
Yeah. I just have to say, Charles's family, his real family, they are majorly fucked up.
I mean, Charles in general, everything about Charles is fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's problematic.
At best.
Yeah. like I said, that was the two theories I really had for this episode and where it could potentially go. Like I said, it has to be the combination of Cable, Uatu, the Kaiju. It has to be Cassandra Nova, and it has to lead into Deadpool and Secret Wars.
I mean, it makes sense. Even if it doesn't, like they can retcon it later to say that. So it's a win-win either way.
Well, I think this is why Deadpool was pushed back to after the series was done.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do.
And then we find out like that wasn't the original plan, but somehow Kevin Feige heard this episode.
Tomorrow, breaking news. Kevin Feige says we're doing some massive reshoots for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Or more so, there are massive rewrites for season 2 of X-Men 97.
Right. Like, guys, it's gonna be a couple of years before the second season's out.
Some weird guy on the internet.
Heard these amazing ideas on this small podcast.
We went for the beard, but stayed for the theories.
I said, I know Forrest loves X-Men tremendously. I do too. I love X-Men and I love Spider-Man. Those are the comics I have. All the collections I can possibly get of any comics that aren't Army of Darkness or the guests that we have on this show. Like that's legit. That was my jam. So, and just being really invested in the MCU and just loving to see where all this can tie into it.
Right.
I think this is the perfect playing ground to do it. I think that's why X-Men 97 came to be. It wasn't to revitalize the cartoon series, is to reintroduce us to the X-Men in preparation for Secret Wars.
Oh yeah, I definitely think that. I think it was both, but I think it was. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, because I mean, let's face it, Spider-Man animated series was huge too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And then they're doing what the not freshman year now, whatever it's called. But that
Spider-Man year one, whatever you want.
Whatever it is.
Spider-Man high school now.
So, do we want to talk about 6 yet, or are we still doing 5?
No, we can start moving on to 6.
We don't want to rate 5 before we move on to 6?
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do that. So, guys,
I will go last since I took the good ones apparently last night.
I don't care. I can go first if you guys want.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give this 10. I can't feel yous out of 10 destroyed Magneto statues.
I'm gonna give this 10 dapper gambits in white suits.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 10 10 Magnetos epically saving Genoshan citizens, even though ultimately Genosha's fucking destroyed.
Yes. I'm giving this 10 clearly eyes wide shut masks at this mutant orgy.
That is hilarious.
Out of $10 apples.
Ah. Oh man,
that was fucking great.
That was awesome.
I was really like, don't use apples. Don't use apples.
That's masterfully done, sir. So moving on into the next episode 6, the episode that we just got yesterday, which was equally fucking breaking. Like, the writing in this goddamn show is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys have been seeing the petitions online, but like everybody like petitioning Disney to let the showrunner back.
Yeah,
because they're just like, dude, this guy has made magic because the writing and the show running on this show are so fucking masterful. It's like you cannot oust this guy.
Right. I mean, I have a knockout Gwen Stefani telling me not to speak, so I hear it in my ear.
Hey, because it hurts.
Exactly. No doubt.
God, the amount of terrible dad jokes we got going on right now.
Hell yeah. I think I'm considering only one of us is a dad. I think I'm allowed to have them.
Like, I'm allowed to have dad jokes. I'm a father.
Exactly.
You've earned it.
You are given a book when you become a father. It's dad jokes.
Yeah.
You can never see the book until you become a dad, and that's the rules.
This is why I have never seen the book.
Exactly. And dogs don't count, unfortunately.
No, I don't have a dog, so it doesn't matter.
There you go. So, Fred, you want to lead us the charge? And
Yeah.
We'll heed your power.
So, in this one, and Phil already talked about this though. The new they changed the freaking beginning almost every single episode.
Yeah,
And
I love that though. That's honestly something that I love that they do.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because we don't skip it because you get the option to skip the intro, and I'm like, well,
Yep.
I can't skip it because we got to see what the heck's going on.
Again, it's fucking genius.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because Gambit and Magneto are gone.
Yeah.
Yep, and Nightcrawler comes in, and yeah, it's crazy. So that's cool, and I really do like Nightcrawler. I think it's going to be cool. I really want them to do Excalibur. So bring him in. Let's do this.
Yeah. I am grabbing the link for Liam right now.
I already beat you to it. So.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yay! And
So-
then
Yeah, give us
go
the
ahead.
recap. We should go over the recap first, since this is a new episode.
yeah. So following the events of episode 5, episode 6, starts with space, the final frontier. Oh wait, no. It starts with space. We see freaking Deathbird. We see Lilandra and all of their birdiness. I mean, it's amazing. I love the Shi'ar. I love them so much. The Shi'ar Empire. I love it. And then we see Kree and we see Ronan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
And
God,
more-
Ronan the Accuser was so fucking dope in the way that they portrayed him in this.
Yes. I was like, because Husby was like, is that? And I was like, yeah, it is. And he was like, no way. And I was like, yeah, it is. And so,
No
but
way.
then I'm thinking, well, it's not canon.
No way.
Yeah, that's basically our conversation. But yeah, I was like, oh, but it's not canon, so never mind. So,
Oh, it's canon. I just made it canon tonight for them.
yeah.
I love the way that they brought in Ronan the Accuser because as soon as I saw the Kree, I was like, are they going to do Ronan in this? And then
Mhm.
literally as I'm saying that, Ronan the Accuser shows up on screen. And I'm like, holy shit, it's Ronan the Accuser.
Yes.
Not as
And
intense as the MCU Ronan the Accuser, but he's still Ronan the fucking Accuser.
oh yeah, and I liked it was all green. I thought that was cool. Oh, look at that.
Sweet.
And it has the connection piece. So basically what it does is when I connect it to the Nintendo, it actually connects to it right here.
What?
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
Glad it becomes more Supermanish. Yeah, but better and more interesting.
And blue.
That too.
Uh,
And a mohawk.
Hannah Mohawk.
Oh, we talking about Gladiator? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like a lot of people like when we talk about like who's the equivalent to Superman, there's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Well, technically there's 10 different characters you can compare to Superman within Marvel, but like
There's 1,000. There's 1,000 in DC.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
like
I think there's more than 10, but you know.
if you're gonna do a direct comparison to to Superman, Gladiator is one of the top guys that you can do on that. Same thing with Sentry.
Right. I mean, yeah. So, and we get Leandra, we get her brother. Why can't I think of his name?
Decan.
Decan, yes. We get Decan, and they talk about Xavier having to give up his memory of the X-Men to be able to be Emperor with Lilandra.
Yeah, Deathbird saying you have to give all your memories away.
Yeah, I think that was an interesting dynamic, and they, unlike the first class route of X-Men where they are able to, Charles walking is directly tied to his psychic ability. That's why he's able to walk in Savage Land, not because he had a bullet in the back. Thank you, first class.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they built him, kind of a warrior suit too.
Yep.
I actually love that they did that, like, because it just it kind of like ties him into the Shi'ar Empire, and just kind of like you see this dynamic of his new life versus him not wanting to leave his old life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, Deathbird wasn't wrong. I mean, Charles did want them to move the Shi'ar Empire's like throne world to Earth. But it was like, dude, she was so right, but whatever. So.
And of course, they hate on Earth because we're a bunch of fucking bumpkins.
Well, no, they evolved from monkeys. They explicitly say that in the episode.
He does say that,
as opposed to bird people.
Right.
That all have the
which are of course superior to apes.
Hey, fuck you, bird person.
And they only have one barber, and he only does one haircut.
Yes. You're not wrong. He 100% can only do one haircut, and it's this weird fucking bird pyramid that they put on their heads.
And here's the theory. You ready? They don't like Xavier because he's bald and he can't have the hairstyle. That's why they don't accept him as emperor.
You cannot be our emperor. Your hair. Your hair. I love, like, as I'm saying this and thinking about it, like, tell me I don't sound like Dr. Weird.
Dr.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, right. I sound 100% like Dr. Weird. Right?
Oh yeah.
Your hair. What's wrong with your hair?
And I think it's great that we got to see Xavier actually being a teacher again, right?
Yes.
And he just he literally schools them.
He really does. I mean, I loved that. That was like my favorite. And then and Deathbird's like, and he put an apple in her mouth. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. And yeah, it was just, and then he sees the skeletons and I mean, and that I felt like was straight out of the comic.
Because show the extent of Xavier's like expansive knowledge and just kind of like beyond, like his intelligence is beyond the capability of his race.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it really showed. It also showed like how powerful he is if he can sense that from the Shi'ar Empire, because that's a long ways from Earth.
Right.
He felt a disturbance in the force.
Right.
A sound of a million mutants crying out. His voice is suddenly extinguished.
I mean, I would say he felt a disturbance in
his pants.
Federation.
Nice. That's good. No, that's good.
Trying to make a Star Trek reference.
I got you.
Something Star Trek Captain Picard.
Was anyone else hoping that the Starjammers would have made an appearance?
Yes.
I was hoping that. I was like
100% the entire time.
Starjammers.
I was like, I need the progenitor of fucking abandonment issues. Where is he at?
Right.
Hey Xavier, have you seen my son? I haven't either.
Oh, you abandon your children too?
Right. Well, so Xavier. So let's talk about Charles. So Ross Marquand is doing his voice.
Oh, Ross Marquand is playing him?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't realize it either. And it's just like, how many voices does this guy have?
Ross Marquand plays everything.
He does. It's like you need somebody to play somebody and sound like what they used to sound like. Get him. He's like the freaking Ramen Djawadi of voices.
He is amazing.
Thank you for that. That's good.
I know.
You're welcome.
That actually is a really that is a very niche reference. If you're not somebody who's into scoring, you don't know who the fuck that is. So it's like
You should. He's amazing.
He is.
obviously I do because again the reference I just made is if you don't know scoring.
I clearly
Yes,
don't.
Phil, you know about music.
And of course,
scoring,
Ludwig
blah,
Goldman as well.
But yeah, I know. But the dude can voice match anyone. I'm convinced that there's not somebody he can't voice match.
I'd like to hear his Harley Quinn.
He probably could. He probably could do it, and he probably sounds exactly like Arlene Sorkin.
Probably. I just thought it was cool that he was doing the voice because, like, he's done Red Skull, and then he's done. Who else did he do? He's done like 3 or 4 others, hasn't he?
Look him up. He's done a shit ton of characters.
Yeah,
he's done Captain America.
yeah. I think he has. I think he did in What If.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm looking up. He also did the Ultron Sentries.
No, that's right. Yes, that's right.
Cool.
Yeah. I know he's like all over the place now. It's like they were like, "You're really good as Red Skull. Red Skull, can you do this?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." Can you do this? Yeah, sure. Can you do this? Yeah, sure.
Well, he's probably already in the booth. Let's face it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if you've got someone that works really hard and does what is asked, then why would you, get somebody else? But I just thought it was cool.
I say at some point, that's going to be Force.
Yes.
Now, does anyone else feel that the Royal Guard is their Alpha Flight?
Yes, I do. I think they're the Alpha Flight. Or like they're Guardians of the Galaxy almost. Like that kind of like group dynamic that's kind of also family. I definitely think so.
I think the Starjammers are probably closer to Guardians.
Oh yes, no, Starjammers are definitely Guardians.
The Jammers are definitely Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
There are a lot of different like
And by Summers, who also abandoned. Who's the original abandonment issue guy?
Exactly. That's where Star-Lord gets the idea from, and Ego got the idea from. Like that guy, that Terran, he's got ideas.
Yeah. And I love this.
I want to be just like that Terran that abandoned his son.
That's the only good Terran, is a Terran that abandons their children. But then they used that as a slur, and I thought that was really interesting too. I thought that was really cool.
Terran? Yeah.
But yeah, so Charles schools him. Then he gets like some sort of psychic attack or psychic, I don't know, sense, and realizes he has to go back.
It's kind of a trip how much this episode, like being that the episode was called Life Death, like how much it goes back and forth between the Forge and Storm storyline and going between this Charles Xavier storyline.
Oh,
but
yeah, definitely.
Ties into the concept of life death.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do love the parallels of that because I do think that they were on parallel paths. I mean, Xavier's like, well, I can just let him think I'm dead. And then he's like, but can I really let them think I'm dead? And Storm was basically getting in her own way. Mm-hmm. And that we find out Forge's like neutralizing of the neutralizer was like worked. She just blocked it because she thought she didn't deserve her powers because she said she didn't want them. And that brought the adversary. And then we've got the Witch of the Waste. So
The Wicked Witch of the Waste.
So do you guys feel that the life-death story was too big to have been relegated to 2 separate, smaller parts of episodes?
I think if we had seen all of it in one episode, I think it would have gotten, like, a lot of people would have said, well, it was too story focused. There wasn't enough, bang, boom, boom, let me punch you kind of things. Because we got that with the...
Not enough fighty.
Not enough fighty, sorry. But we got that with the Xavier's part. Like, there was action in that part. And at the end of the Storm Forge Life Death, there was action there, and we got Storm back in her original outfit from X-Men 97.
I just want to say I want her power. I want to be able to raise my hand to the sky and see, heed my command, and my hair just grow back at spots there was no hair.
Well,
because she got rid of her Mohawk by powering up, and that's clearly her hair's a mutant power now.
No, so she had the winds that she created really messed with her hair, and all the mousse and product that she had put to make it look like that had fallen, and she needed a headband to keep it back so it didn't get in her eyes so she could see. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I love your excuse. That's great.
Because you shouldn't have long hair in a battle situation.
You need to put it up. That's what I'm saying. I've said this. I think Wonder Woman needs a hair tie half the time because she really should just put that hair back because she's gonna whip herself in the face at one point. So
just remember, no capes.
Yeah, no capes.
No capes, but arm capes instead.
Arm capes.
She has arm capes. They attach to the wrist and go into the shoulder. There's holes. It's a cape.
I legit created a character that had that.
just hope she doesn't fly too close to a airplane.
Right.
So I mean,
well, she controls the wind. I think she'll be okay.
I think that it's interesting that that the claustrophobia kind of triggered her rebirth as a mutant.
Yeah,
that's essentially what caused it in the first place.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that was really good, and it's nice that she is back and she is pissed. Like, she is going to go wreck someone up after hearing about Genosha.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
She's gonna fucking murder people, man.
She is.
Yeah. When she finds out. Oh, and let's say the remaining X-Men, when Charles gets back, oh boy, is there gonna be a reckoning. They're gonna be like, you let us believe you were dead. You let us believe you were dead this long, and you didn't get in contact. Well, and I think that's going to cause a rift. I think we're going to see some X-Men go more towards Magneto's vision than Xavier's vision, because that's going to be think about what Cyclops is going to do. He's already.
Did you see my dad? Yeah, he said he's going to pack his smokes. He's being healed for your birthday, champ.
Right. He gave me this mixtape for you. So yeah, I mean, it's just, I was like, woo, this is gonna be good. You think that's gonna be the season finale?
I think the season finale will be the blue, the 2 different colored teams, the blue and gold.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I feel like they've been working their way up to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely
because essentially we get Storm leading one side and Cyclops leading the other.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Storm's gonna forgive Charles more than Cyclops will.
Oh yeah, Cyclops has huge abandonment issues.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
I wonder why.
My father left me, and now you.
Yeah, so that was crazy. There were some things that I was just like, oh my gosh, the thing that I almost forgot about this. When Forge started doing magic.
Yep.
Yes.
It wasn't that he was doing magic because I knew that he would I knew he had the shaman, he was a shaman as well. And Husby, Forge is one of Husby's favorite characters.
Yeah.
So like the stuff I don't know about Forge, he knows about Forge. So if there's ever Forge trivia, we are gonna kill it. But when he started doing it, I was like, that's Eldritch magic. That's like Doctor Strange magic there, buddy.
Yes,
Because he had the things on his
that's
arms.
the
Like
first thing I noticed was that was very much Doctor Strange magic.
Yeah. And then he had a book. And I was like, don't you be bringing the Darkhold into this. But it wasn't Darkhold, so.
Well, to me, because my mind went there earlier with the episodes. One of the episodes was the streams that come out of the book is the same look and almost coloring as the streams from the Ghostbusters Proton Pack and the real Ghostbusters.
Okay, nerd.
Of course, that went.
I said, I just noticed weird stuff like that.
Yes.
Like, we're sitting here talking about Doctor Strange, and you're like, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Like, it's the real Ghostbusters. This episode, this is the scene.
Well, because I called it back when we had, the Goblin Queen, right, messing with their minds. I like, this is very Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah. Well, and I think that that's on purpose too. But I do think the callback was for Doctor Strange, which wasn't he in one of the? Didn't they have him in one of the episodes?
Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man. Okay.
He was in a few episodes of Spider-Man when he got, because they get Mordo, we get Dormammu in the Spider-Man series.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Man, talking about Groundhog Day.
I mean, so I think this was a huge episode for Storm coming back. They didn't do it, as you said. Maybe if it was one episode, they were just like, she has no powers. She has powers.
Yeah.
Episode done.
I think they earned it better this way than they would have if they had just done Life, Death, Part 1 and 2 as it's a whole episode. I think we would have been like, why can't we have other stuff? But I liked how they did it. I think that they balanced it really well with both episodes that they did it with. And we thought, this Charles Xavier, this is cool. Okay, eventually he'll come back, blah, 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 whatever. And then by the end of it, it's like, I got to go back. It's like, that was fast. But with the Storm and Forge thing, I thought it was very well paced. I thought that, and then the way that they come back, because they got to get that cactus thing, which here's what I'm going to say. Take it out of the freaking cave. You can actually have it in your house and it be really dark and you can mimic that cave thing. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to risk your life to save somebody else's. That's just poor planning. So I'm just saying now that she can do all the stuff with the wind and stuff. Let's move the cactus to an easier, more accessible place so that Storm's not the only one that can frickin' get it.
I'm sure Forge can make a machine to emulate the inside of a cave.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
It's called turning all the lights off.
For multiple reasons.
Yes.
He's like, this is to grow this cactus, but also sex dungeon.
Yeah. There you go.
Right. And maybe the cactus is involved in that. We don't know.
Yeah.
The cactus is 100% involved in that.
And then it went weird. Actually, it's been weird the whole time. I
was about to say.
And so then they're all snuggled. Forge is getting all comfy. He's all healed and stuff. Miraculously, it's not like it takes or anything. It's just like that.
It's also a cartoon based on a comic. I mean, it could have been something that was like a couple of days, but they just moved fast.
Right. And he's a shaman.
But they turn on the TV and they find out all of these mutants have died in Genosha. Genosha is destroyed. And then Storm freaks out. And then and they talk about evolution, evolutionary and all this. And then I'm like, high evolutionary? Are we getting high evolutionary? What? And I think that's where we're going. That's going to be my prediction I think we're going to high evolutionary. I think he's going to be part of it.
That would be cool to see the high evolutionary show up in this.
Yeah.
Because he did show up. Because he was there with the cow mother of Wanda and Pietro.
Yeah.
Boba?
Yeah.
Boba, yeah.
Yeah. He was there.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna get him. And I know there's like a rumor that we're gonna get Captain America at some point, and I
Yeah.
think that might be a good way because of course he's gonna stick his nose in.
Right.
Because
And do you
he's
think
Captain
Wolverine
America.
go, oh, this Boy Scout?
I think Wolverine will be like, oh, Rogers, back off. This is my town.
What are you doing here, Rogers?
Yeah.
There ain't no Nazis here.
Well, no.
Or
Well,
then
you can argue friends of humanity are Nazis. Let's
yeah. Oh well.
100% argue that. There is a joke in there for them to make old man jokes.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
you look pretty good for a guy that's over 100 years old.
That's true. Yeah, and they could say it to each other because it's true.
And then Steve looks over and he's like, "Look who's talking."
Yeah. Well, he was like, yeah, and I did it without metal attached to my body. There could be a lot. They could like really just start having like I got that reference off. If they wanted.
Those sound like fighting words.
Well, no, I think I think it would be funny is that if Captain talks to Wolverine about what happened in Genosha, it's like, you want to tell me that story? He's like, no, I don't think I will.
That's awesome. But yeah, and then like the last thing, because we talked about this, like the Bolivar Trask giving giving the he's like, no, I gave you all the codes so you could do that, and then it's Mr. Sinister, and I was like, well, that just doesn't seem fair. But then I was like, no, I could see Mr. Sinister doing that, or at least getting the codes for somebody else. I think Sinister is now part of Apocalypse's crew.
Well, he was in
Yeah.
the original cartoon. Like he was basically a minion for Apocalypse.
Yep.
So it's kind of like it's easy to jump right back into that storyline because they've already established it in the original cartoon.
Yeah, that's true.
And he'll want to get more DNA and realizes a pig and an elephant just don't mix.
Pig and elephant DNA just don't mix.
Exactly.
Ridiculous. You guys are ridiculous.
The South Park references.
But I don't think that the hint that it was Sinister is he's not he who is coming, because no one's ever said, oh, Sinister is coming. It's always going to be something bigger. Like I said, it's probably going to be Apocalypse. I want it to be Cassandra.
I think that would be great if it was Cassandra. I think it would be really cool if it's both of them.
I don't think that they would refer to Cassandra as he who is coming, though.
Yeah,
well, but I'm saying that it's Cassandra that is leading Apocalypse to do this.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
like she's the one influencing Apocalypse. Yeah,
yes,
I think that could be a thing.
Yeah,
because I think that's
Because the thing is, as powerful as Apocalypse is, he is still prone to suggestion.
His plans go, oh, this plan didn't work. I'm just gonna go home, you guys. Sorry about that. I'll see you next time.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll be here next year for
Now,
the Apocalypse episode.
Do you think we'll get Cortez if Apocalypse comes back?
Ooh.
I mean,
because last we saw Cortez is he was being inhabited by Apocalypse.
That's true.
Did we ever get young Apocalypse in the original series?
No.
Because that's also something that they can kind of like play with. When Apocalypse is reborn as a child.
Mm-hmm. As X-Man, right?
Yes, that's right. He was X-Man.
Yeah. X-Men versus X-Man. The Axe body spray battle has begun.
That could also be how, like, if they go into the storyline, like say whatever happens in this series, and like the very end is like an Apocalypse reveal going into season 2.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. So, well, this kind of gets us into like what prediction wise, like what do we think is going to happen next?
Right.
Because we kind of gone through most of the Easter eggs.
What's the next episode title? Because the last 3 is Tolerance to Extinction. So there's one more.
I don't know. Oh gosh, you would ask me that. Let me
I know,
look it up.
I knew we knew a couple weeks ago.
Well, I've slept since then in different
Let's.
states. Bright Eyes. Oh, yeah, Bright Eyes is the next episode. That's what it's called.
Ooh. So Bright Eyes is going to be Cyclops.
Right.
Yes.
It's
I
going
think
to be.
it's gonna be the like aftermath. I think we're going to see Cyclops go nuts and the rest of the X-Men go nuts because of what happened in Genosha.
Right. But we've
Or-
also been seeing that, like, the way that they've been playing this series, it'll be a name that a lot of a lot of us nerds will like know or will be able to make predictions about. But but then it just completely sideswerves us.
Yeah,
You know?
because they've been doing that all season.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I think they're just like, okay, all the nerds out there, you guys are going to guess and think that it's going to be this. Well, it might be partially that, but we're going to like fucking make it something completely different too.
Well, I think Cyclops is going to kind of go nuts, go schizo and everything. And then they're going to send Captain America in to try and get him under control. And then that's when Wolverine and Cap are going to have like a little talky talk. So, but yeah, that's what I think.
Do you think that this is what Cable's going to do? Is that because he talked about when Jean held back his laser blast, right? His Optimus was able to see his eyes. Do you think he realized when he sees Cable that he has the same eyes as him?
I think he will. I think that's pretty. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll get Cable. I think Cable's going to come back and he'll say something like "Dad," and then that'll also like totally crush Scott too.
I was just gonna say, like, we're gonna get something with Cable where, like, he acknowledges him as his father. So, like,
he's gonna say, "Papa, can you hear me?"
Yeah.
But it has to be the Yentl version, though. It has to be Yentl.
Yeah.
I mean,
they do. Come on.
I do like Sadie Wong's idea of Onslaught, that maybe when Charles comes back, it has to face Cassandra, that Magneto's essence will combine with his, and we will get Onslaught for it.
I think that would be fantastic.
I would love Onslaught, but I mean, I feel like there's so much more trauma that needs to happen. Like, if they're gonna do it the comic book way, like, you have to have Wolverine being ripped apart from himself to create that broken psyche.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any predictions, Phil?
I mean, my predictions, again, it being Bright Eyes, we've pretty much covered everything that I would have predicted on this. I mean, like, honestly, like Nathan, right?
Yep.
So, Nathan talking to his dad, I feel like they've already set up the story for that. There's probably going to be something in there that is a connection between Nathan and Scott. I 100% agree that this is going to be something where Scott hits his breaking point.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And I think Madeline will come back. I don't think she's dead. So
Right. So ratings then.
I'm gonna give this one. Do you guys mind if I go first? Oh, I went first.
Phil, you go first.
I go first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this.
You talk first. I talk first. Oh.
You talk first. I talk first. Who does this? How does this work? I am gonna give this another 10 Xavier golden suits that he's probably getting golden showers by birds on. Out of 10. Out of 10 Storm original costume reveals.
Okay. All righty.
You want to go next, Frey?
I can if you want. Do you want to go last?
Yeah, I'll go last.
Okay.
I'll go last.
All right. I'm going to give this 9. purple diseases on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Out of 10 skeletons sitting in school desks. Because I think it's just going to get darker from here on out. I think it's just going to get darker and darker and go more psychosis.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
I will give this 9 untamable wild horses out of 10 Genoshans. No, we can't do that. Was last episode.
Yeah, go ahead. Try to tame this horse. You ain't gonna
Exactly. Let's face it, out of there should be at least 10 barbers in the Shi'ar Empire.
There are 10 barbers in the Shi'ar Empire. They just all cut the same way.
Right. Or there's
only one
one.
haircut.
They're just very fast.
We just have a template. They just hold up and like, all
Right,
right,
they're like,
it's just an automatic cutter.
oh.
There's not scissors.
Right.
It's just lasers. They just go.
It's like a
You're done.
mold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got to fit in the helmets.
Well, we can't go to Terra. I have my appointment on Tuesday, and I can only get one appointment every 10 years.
Oh, no, I'm excited. I'm excited. I hope we can get back into our normal swing of things next week as well with the last
Yeah.
4 episodes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I think we shall. I think we shall.
And we'll see if my crazy predictions come true within 4 weeks, and then maybe in 3 months too.
So excited!
All right.
So upset because it's like if what you predicted doesn't happen, I'm gonna fucking riot.
Yeah. Well, you'll get over it because whatever does happen, you'll love.
You're not wrong.
Say, well, you haven't seen the series. Why are you watching?
Yeah.
Because there's probably only one X-Men series, and it's the anime one from the late
Yeah.
2000s.
Yes.
The only one he wants to watch. X-Anime.
Yes. All right. Are we ready to get into a roaringly good time?
Oh, wow.
Be there.
Your dad joking on point.
Dinosaur puns.
All right. So,
Like chicken.
Woo.
so next, we
All right,
we
well,
are.
let's take a very large step into the next section here.
All right.
Ooh.
I see what you did there. Good joke. Good joke.
I mean, wasn't there a dinosaur pool?
There. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Come here. Come
Dino
here.
pool.
Dino Pool.
Aww.
Will he show
Dino
up?
pool.
Will he show up in the was it the pool force?
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
I like how it's like, oh, we're making dinosaur jokes. Oh, we're making a dino pool joke. I have dino pool.
So Wong's just gonna wait for his friend.
Of
To
a
lend-
friend who knows
Yeah,
a
the
Russian
Russian
guy to lend me a USB stick.
All right, Bert Kreischer. All right, I gotcha.
That's good. Deep cut.
All right. So we're back to the dinosaur journey here.
The dino goodness.
Oh, sure.
The,
Some
oh,
of these have been upset. let's face it.
the Brachiosaurus.
Ah,
Oh.
there you go.
God, you guys are amazing.
So we finished the first half of the second round. We're back at the second half. So first up, we have Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Any of them that had dinosaurs versus Lost World Jurassic Park.
I think I have to
Ooh.
go Lost World Jurassic Park with this because I mean, out of both of those, and I have to say I do really love Journey to the Center of the Earth. I do. I enjoy that. I feel like there were more dinosaurs in the Jurassic Parkness of it. So I think that would be it. I would do that. Although I'm not as big of a fan of Lost World, but whatever.
What about you, should do?
Yeah, I don't really remember. I know there were dinosaurs in Journey to the Earth. I don't remember them. I feel like I should go with the more dinosaur-centric one. So I am going to go with Lost World, simply because I don't think Journey to the Earth is focused on dinosaurs. It's like,
No.
Journey to the Earth, there's, other shit.
Now, if we were doing like action movies, Journey would be would be my vote. But yeah, I can't. But...
So yeah,
Lost World. What about you, Phil?
I'm probably going Lost World Jurassic Park. Strictly because fucking T-Rexes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, two T-Rexes in this movie.
Is that the one with the Compsognathus in it as well?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Were the compies in the second one?
Yeah, I think they were.
Well, there's the whole beach thing, and they were.
Yeah, because that's how we get introduced to Malcolm. Is the parents scream and it's him yawning in the subway station.
Yeah.
I'm saying Lost World as well, just because gymnastics versus raptors. I mean, how can you go wrong? All right, so Lost World.
I want to be in the fucking pitch room when they were talking about like doing that, and it's like, how do we get her to stop these raptors? Well, she's a gymnast, so she's gonna do a backflip.
That's hilarious.
There was a Jurassic Park movie that was hated because it was viewed as Jurassic Park Redemption of Pokemon.
What?
Okay, Sewang.
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
I don't remember any dinosaurs being captured in balls. I must have.
Oh, I think I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the one where the people were in the balls, the dinosaurs. Remember it?
In Jurassic World, the first one, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, everyone hated that movie. And I was surprisingly entertained by it. Okay. I mean, it'd be pretty funny if you have a Pokeball and you just throw it and it's just a T-Rex.
There you go. Yeah, gotta catch them all. There you go.
Like, T-Rex,
I choose you.
And then you throw a Pokeball at it, and it's like, the fuck.
It just like eats it.
Yep.
It just.
All right.
It just bounces off of them. Just like.
The best way to do that sing is like, T-Rex, I choose you. He throws the Pokeball at it. It doesn't do anything. T-Rex roars, and then the scene just has him wind pushing him back. Right? And then it pans down to his pants and he pees himself.
Ash had a T-Rex creature. Of course he did.
Are you talking about like a Charizard or something?
Ash is such a hoarder.
I mean,
hoarder.
Yes.
Anyway, moving
All right,
on.
so next up we have Early Man versus Jurassic World Dominion.
Early Man.
I vaguely remember what Early Man is.
Early Man is
Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit one, right?
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Early Man. Yeah, I haven't seen Dominion. I don't know if I want to.
Why not?
That's the one where locusts are the villains.
Yes.
No, I need to. I haven't seen. I've heard mixed reviews, mostly bad reviews, but I'm like, I kind of enjoyed the other two in a kind of campy way. So
it's not bad if you look at it as an action movie in general. Mm-hmm. But if you just try not to, try to ignore the glaring plot holes.
I thought Fallen Kingdom had a lot of interesting ideas. I don't know how well they were executed, but it had a lot of interesting ideas. So,
see, I'm saying Dominion because Early Man was okay in terms of funny.
Now, for the record, I'm not a very big Wallace and Gromit fan. They kind of
Yeah,
scare
he's
me,
not.
or they scared me as a child. So
They really did.
yeah,
It was the chickens.
yeah,
Really
Chicken Run.
scared him.
goddamn chickens.
I love Chicken Run.
He wasn't ready for Chicken Run. We had to.
He wasn't ready. No.
No one was ready for a Chicken Run. Right? I've yet to see it, so it came out like 23 years ago.
I like it. Mel Gibson. It was before he was crazy. So
It was a fake.
He was already crazy by then.
He's always been crazy.
he just was taking his meds back then, I guess.
Right. I guess so.
So, Phil, what do you say?
I am gonna go. I think I go Dominion.
Oh wow! You know, you could have voted either way, and your opinion would have been irrelevant.
And my reasoning, and I figure, I lost anyways, but I mean, my reasoning is early man focuses more on man than dinosaurs,
That's fair.
whereas Dominion at least is trying to focus on the dinosaurs.
It's
Chris
more
Pratt.
on locusts than the dinosaurs, though. Yeah,
But I mean, there is still an element of trying to control raptors.
Mhm.
Raptors,
I mean, I guess in terms of scientific accuracy, quote unquote,
As scientifically accurate a movie about controlling raptors is going to be.
right. But still, I think Dominion is slightly more. I get. Look, the raptors have feathers sometimes. It's small steps here.
Yeah.
right.
But early man does move forward. Next up, we have We're Back
Right.
versus the
Again.
Flintstones.
Oh man,
Ooh.
what?
Yeah.
This is.
I demand a recount!
I'm going with We're Back because the live action Flintstones was not as good as the cartoons. And I'm going with We're Back because I loved that movie so much.
Again, if we're talking in terms of scientific accuracy, no.
We're talking about it was a better dinosaur movie.
We're going We're Back.
Yeah, then I'm going We're Back because that was a better movie.
I just think that the Flintstones, like the live action, didn't
So if we're talking about like
really
the
grab
series,
the essence of the TV series.
because
and
if
I
we're talking about
feel-
the series Flintstones, right?
No,
these are
we're talking
movies.
about
The movies, okay, then definitely We're Back.
Yeah, We're Back. We're Back was cute. It was refreshing, and
I like
They
the
sang.
book.
and I
Yeah.
like singing dinosaurs.
And it's a Spielberg movie.
Yeah.
And Spielberg movie, exactly. See, there you go.
All right. I guess We're Back moves on. Damn.
We're back again. Oh.
All right. This next one is going to be the hardest bracket right here that we have doing this one. It's Jurassic Park versus Velocipaster.
Oh.
Clearly, Velocipaster.
I think so.
You know, Jurassic Park is much more focused on the humans than it is the dinosaurs. And you know, Velocipaster, the main character, is a dinosaur.
Who's real into religion?
Who's really into religion. Right. Well, you know.
We all have to have a hobby.
I like the reach for the reasoning as to why Velocipaster should win it.
Though, in light of what I just said, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I gotta go the big old JP as well.
It brought dinosaurs back into the mainstream, I think.
We're bringing dinosaurs back.
But
doesn't
Velocipaster
work.
went a place that no one ever dared to go.
Nor should they have.
Exactly.
Nor
It went somewhere nobody thought anyone should have ever gone.
where no man, woman, or dinosaur has gone before and should never go again.
So
I
it's
got
just-
it. We're bringing dinos back.
So it's just Phil and I saved Velocipaster then. Okay.
Yeah. Again.
I'm assuming that's not his
I
actual
actually say Jurassic Park, bro.
I know. I mark myself as the only one for Velocipaster. I get it.
You knew that was gonna happen. You knew.
Oh yeah. I already moved on to the
He's
next.
like, I already knew there was no fucking chance.
All right, so
I had to tell myself to make myself feel better.
pretty much. Someday, my bad movies will win.
Someday.
Yes.
Someday.
But today
All right.
is not that day.
No.
We're down to our final 8. So first up, Walking with Dinosaurs versus The Land That Time Forgot.
Oh my gosh.
So I have realized something.
Yes.
If we're talking just movies, right?
Yep.
We're not talking the series of Walking with Dinosaurs, are we?
No.
We're talking the movie,
Oh,
which wasn't good.
No, it's awful. That's why I'm like, how did it make it this far?
I
'Cause
thought
we
we were
all
talking
thought we
about
were
the
talking about the
series,
series.
exactly.
which is incredible.
I kept referring to the series.
No, these
Yes.
are movies. These
Okay.
are dinosaur movies.
Okay, then yeah, Land of Time Forgot's moving on.
Yeah, Land of Time Forgot. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we like mistakenly thought that to get it to the like elite
Yeah.
Just going back, what did Land That Time Forgot beat out?
Prehysteria and Night at the Museum.
I'm sorry, not Land That Time Forgot. What did
Walking with Dinosaurs 3D.
It beat
Yeah.
Land Before Time.
fuck?
8. Damn it.
Damn it. Okay, you know, we just go back. We just restart the whole thing.
Can we go?
No, we will not go back.
There was no nexus point.
Okay, great. You know what? Then
It is a fixed
Land
point
Time-
in time.
So
It
hold on.
cannot
Land That
be-
Time Forgot.
Son of a bitch!
Okay, wait.
Why the fuck did we do that?
Land that, because we didn't know. Land That Time Forgot. We're talking.
We
so
were just sweet summer children back then.
okay, so Land That Time Forgot is okay, because there is. Oh no, that's not.
Use your words.
No. Hold on.
I think that's 1,000 times funnier that it's coming from your mother.
Was there a Land That Time Forgot series?
Yeah. Well, not
Okay.
a series. No, but there were a series
Or-
of movies.
Okay, yeah, not a series. Okay, yeah, then Land Time. I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking the Slee Stack one, whatever that one was.
Oh,
That was,
Land of the Lost.
Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, Land of Lost. Okay.
It was just funny because we talked about Land of the Lost. You guys go to the series. I go, no, the movie. They go, okay.
I know. And then we didn't even question. We were just like,
Yeah,
oh, Walking
I
with
don't
Dinosaurs,
know
that's
why.
a series. That's a series. It can't be the movie.
Fuck!
So he walks in
This is
this
your fucking. All right, yeah, I'll take it. It's fine.
Damn it, Archer!
All right.
So, yeah.
Well,
It's
the
all
Land
his
of Time
fault.
Forgot
Is moving on
Yes.
as it should.
Next up, Land of the Lost movie
Okay.
versus
I
Jurassic
see.
World movie.
Jurassic
The first
What
world
was
was
that last
entertaining as
movie?
fuck.
Okay, are we talking the Will Ferrell one?
We're talking any Land of the Lost movies.
Okay,
They both had dinosaurs.
they did.
I mean, if it's Sid and Marty Croft, it's Land of the Lost all the way. But it's not.
Okay, and then the
I
other
will-
one is
Jason.
what?
Jurassic World.
Oh, Jason.
Okay, then Jurassic World. I see.
It's like, yes, I love Sid and Marty Croft. There's those dudes
They're,
are fucking
they're
amazing.
crazy drug dreams that turned into cartoons and all
Hey.
sorts of stuff. You
Hey,
gotta love 'em.
we met Sid Croft at LA Comic Con a couple years ago because he was at the Project Wish Upon a Star.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Sid Croft is amazing. That guy's fucking hilarious. But like, still,
Still, right.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I think we're all in agreement Jurassic World, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which
Okay.
was decent.
the first
And
one
had,
was
it
bad.
had a plethora of dinosaurs in it.
It did. It was decent. I
The
don't think it ever should have been made, but it was decent.
The first movie got me interested in Jurassic Park again.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All
Yeah.
right. So next up, Lost World Jurassic Park
Okay, right.
versus Early Man.
Lost
Early
World Jurassic
Man.
Park.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
We are a house divided.
I'm saying Lost World.
I'm
How about
also
you, Phil?
I'm saying Lost World.
So Frey, this is your time to convince the chat before they vote.
I'm not gonna convince the chat. You guys do what you want to do. That's all I'm saying.
You vote the way you want to vote. I'm gonna vote the way I want to vote. Okay.
Right.
Exactly. I have one vote.
You can be wrong.
And I'm
No.
okay
You
with
can
that. No guilt or anything. You guys vote however you want. I
I'll
will
just
not
be very disappointed.
in any way. I love that we both went there.
All right. So I think Lost World is moving forward.
Yeah.
We're back versus
Again.
We're back? Wait, we are? Where did
Yeah.
we go? No, I'm just kidding.
versus Jurassic Park.
Oh.
That's a hard one. That's so hard.
I feel like we're going to end up pitting all the Jurassic Park movies against each other.
I mean, there's 6 of them, and we don't are in our top 4, so
But yeah, I feel like that's just all gonna be Jurassic Park movies.
close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except one, because Land Before Time got kicked out the first.
All right.
What?
So, We're Back is good. Jurassic Park is iconic.
Jurassic Park is better.
Yeah, Jurassic Park
I
is better. It's iconic. It brought
And they're both
dinosaurs.
Spielberg movies.
Yes, it brought dinosaurs back, ironically, to, the popular consciousness. It's what got a lot of people into dinosaurs.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jurassic Park.
That one included.
Yes, exactly. This one included.
I'll
So-
go
Well,
with
no,
Jurassic Park,
I
even
think
though
I think I
thought
may have been
we
into
were back.
dinosaurs before then, but
As
So-
pretty much every kid in America was into dinosaurs.
right, exactly.
Yeah. So you're
Still
saying
kind of
I think
Jurassic
it was
Park?
about the same time. I think your love for dinosaurs
Yeah.
started, and then we immediately showed you that movie, and it just exploded. So.
So you're voting for Jurassic Park, Frey?
Yes, even though I really want We're Back to win, but I agree with everything that Shadu said.
So Shadu, you saying Jurassic Park?
Yep, Jurassic Park.
Ooh, so am I. What about you, Phil?
Oh, Jurassic Park for sure.
Wow. Only chat voted for We're Back. Wow,
You
I'm
know why?
surprised.
Because
Who in chat
they
was
know
wrong?
my heart, and they wanted to represent. I get it.
Oh,
Thanks,
Say-
Tater. Thanks, Say Wong. I
Say Wong,
appreciate
Say
it.
Wong voting for the animation versus the live action. I'm not
course.
surprised.
Of course he is.
That seems about right.
All right, so we're at our final 4. What should have been Land Before Time. Oh my God.
I think y'all just need to Elsa that, okay?
Let it go. Let it go.
Because we would have had Land Before Time versus Jurassic World.
Oh, that would have been a good matchup.
But instead, we have the Land of Time Forgot versus Jurassic World.
Okay, Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
It's
Oh.
okay.
Okay, we fucked up. We get it.
No, Tater said sorry, Frey. So, y'all hush.
Now, I want to know what you guys would have voted if it was Land Before Time versus Jurassic World.
Ooh, I probably would have voted for Land Before Time, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think I would have.
I mean, we're taking the series of movies as a whole, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except the series of the movies as a whole is awful.
Oh yeah, no.
After
After a certain, after.
well, yeah, after a certain time, I think the good outweighs the bad, though.
Yeah.
No.
No, I agree with him.
I don't know if the good outweighs the bad on that, but
In my childish imagination, it did. So
I am basing it
Don't rewatch.
on the first movie.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's fair.
All right. Well, here we are.
It's a Jurassic World, and we know it.
Oh, it's
Jurassic World versus Jurassic Park.
we'll see which Jurassic Park.
Is it?
Lost World.
It's Lost World versus Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jurassic
Oh
Park.
shit!
It's shit. All right.
JP.
Okay. So
I didn't even hesitate.
here's I did we get through Jurassic Park 3 at some point, or was
Yeah,
that ever
Yes.
on the
that was
bracket?
that was gone immediately.
I voted.
Okay, cool.
I voted out the first round.
So when I was a child,
Mm-hmm.
long ago now, when I was a child,
Like 5 years ago.
more like 10, but still,
You're still someone's child.
when I was significantly younger and could not legally drink or drive.
You drive?
God damn it.
Legally,
Well,
he's like legally I can.
legally I can. I just have trauma. No. No. So I am spilling my guts out here. No. When I was younger, Jurassic Park 3 was my favorite because Spinosaurus.
Yes, you did like
Mm.
Spinosaurus. That
I
is
still
true.
do, even though it's a tadpole now.
What?
Look it up. So it was,
Google that sumbitch.
Wait, so Spinosaurus turned out to be a fucking tadpole?
well, kinda. It's a whole thing. Anyway, 2 I really enjoyed because compies. I think in terms of being iconic, in terms of being this classic, groundbreaking movie that showed people that dinosaurs can be scary and they can be realistic, and you can, they don't have to look like a Charles R. Knight painting or whatever all the time, right?
Right.
Which that's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut, actually.
I am going Jurassic Park.
All that to just say the same thing I said.
Yes, but I was giving context to it. And justifying
I'm
our
proud of
decision.
you for doing that.
He should do splendid. It's fine.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I did.
What do
And
you
here's
think,
what it is
Bill?
in Latin. No, here's
That is true.
What do you think,
We
Phil?
were actually we
Oh,
were
Jurassic
talking
Park.
about that.
Jurassic
That
wow.
100%.
he does that. He's like so ahead of the curve because he can understand medicines, science, and like words and like history of words and stuff just by learning Latin.
Yep.
All right. As we approach the last minute of the show, it's the final one:
Dun, 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 dun,
Jurassic
dun.
World versus Jurassic Park.
It's got to be Park. You wouldn't have World without Park.
But what's a better dinosaur movie?
Jurassic
Park.
Park.
What one has? But I would argue that Jurassic World
More dinosaurs.
acknowledges the missteps of Jurassic Park and
Yeah.
says the scientifically inaccuracies.
Hold on. Just because a movie has more dinosaurs doesn't mean it's a better dinosaur movie.
I didn't say it had more dinosaurs.
It
Just
does.
because it had more accurate dinosaurs. I know I just did a whole rant about that. But I don't know if the dinosaurs in Jurassic World were that much more accurate.
They weren't.
I don't. The T-Rex
They
definitely
kept
wasn't.
with
The raptors were the same.
Yeah, they kept with the whole feel of Jurassic Park because it
Right.
still lives in that universe. So
And
yeah,
again, and your argument was we wouldn't have Jurassic World without Jurassic Park.
yeah.
And I think that it is appropriate that the best dinosaur movie of all time is Jurassic Park.
I think it's appropriate. If it's not going
I
to be
think
Land
appropriate.
Before Time, it's got to be Jurassic Park.
See, I'm saying World because you actually see the park. There's more at stake,
That's
You
true.
see the park
and
What wasn't in operation in
Correct.
Jurassic Park?
and if you really wanted to see how bad corporations and sponsors and the audience of being bored of dinosaurs, which we were when Jurassic Park came out, it was better social commentary on us as society being just say we'd have these dinosaurs and go, yeah, that's nice. What else can it do? and then taking the what the main route is a mad scientist experiment gone wrong to the next further step. It's
Right.
the new creation.
Yes, but we would not have Jurassic World without Jurassic Park.
I can still vote Jurassic World.
I know you can, but still.
I like
And
that
yes,
you irritated him.
I love
That
the
was awesome.
No, I agree that the social commentary is there. I agree with all of that, but I feel like they're telling different stories, and one is definitely more focused on the danger of dinosaurs. It is focused on dinosaurs rather than evil corporation. I mean, there is obviously evil corporation as well, but you know.
Right.
I just like it because of the whole "Welcome to Jurassic Park."
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, and everything about that movie is iconic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Name one line from Jurassic World that everyone knows.
I'd say that there's a more memorable death in it.
Sure, but that doesn't make it a better dinosaur movie.
Oh,
I mean, you had Jimmy Buffett being attacked by dinosaurs as a dinosaur.
Oh God. I mean, you do have the scene where I forgot the name of the dinosaur, but the one in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Mosasaur. It's a Mosasaur.
Oh, yeah, the
Technically not a
Mosasaur.
dinosaur.
Right, but
Nope,
I mean
not a dinosaur.
the mosasaur comes up, and that's probably one of the most memorable scenes.
Oh yeah,
And everyone goes, what did she do wrong? And the answer was nothing. She wasn't the lawyer. She was just an assistant. And she got brutally murdered for no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, but I could make the argument that's not a dinosaur, so it's not an iconic dinosaur moment.
What dropped her? What dropped her in the
fish.
mouth of it? It was a dinosaur.
No, that was a pterosaur, which is not a dinosaur.
Are you sure?
Yes, very sure.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I would argue none of them are dinosaurs because they're
Fucking
all genetically
terrible.
made of different things.
But technically, in a taxonomic classification system, if we're going to be technical about this,
Technically, they're all frogs. So I mean, like,
right? Yeah. Still. So technically, it's not a dinosaur movie; it's a frog movie. But you know,
I would argue that the kids were way less annoying in Jurassic World.
yes.
I mean, that's but they.
But we wouldn't have those not very annoying kids without the annoying kids in Jurassic Park. No.
All right.
I go Jurassic Park. I'm just
All right, there we go. That's all I'm trying to say.
So, if it had been Jurassic Park versus Land Before Time, what would have won?
Jurassic
Park.
I mean,
We
my
kinda
argument would have
knew
been
when we
different, but it
started
would have been
this
the
whole
same
thing that
conclusion.
Jurassic Park was probably going to win.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just throwing it out there. The Raptors in the kitchen win everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That scene alone.
I don't care how accurate it is. It's amazing.
That and the T-Rex reveal.
Yeah.
That was
With
cool.
the banner and all. Oh. Yeah.
So not that. That's
Oh no.
T-Rex
Banner, the
reveal.
whole, oh yeah, they're coming out of the.
What happened to the goat?
You ever had that before? I happen to be a vegetarian, and then the fucking leg drops on the fucking of the car, right? Like that scene, and then the arm comes off the fence, showing that, which is completely inaccurate for the way that the T-Rex was built. But I mean, like the arm comes down off of the electrified fence to show that it's not electrified, and then the fucking T-Rex comes up and eats, and it's like that moment is just it's shit yourself awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, and then literally a guy shoots himself and gets eaten off a toilet 5 seconds later. So
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, he could have just outran the T-Rex because they're so
Oh, yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but for the sake of the movie, because they did admit this, right? For the sake of the movie, they made it run fucking 80 miles an hour. So it's like that fucking
They're
thing
like,
when
"We
they're
did it."
when they
Let's
take
go
off,
faster. Let's go faster.
right? When they take off in the Jeep and it's like running at them. And I remember if you go back and watch the special effects on that, they talk about like the mechanics of making this thing run because it was like it's impossible to make this thing run.
Right.
Now,
Because the
how
T-Rex
do you-
doesn't run.
Yeah.
How do you all
It was an
feel about
epicenter.
the rumors that Clever Girl is coming back in the new Jurassic World movie?
What?
Eh.
He got ripped apart by
He's
raptors.
dead.
Did he? Did you see
Yes.
that guy?
No.
Or you get obscured by
He's
tall
dead.
grass?
Okay, it does get obscured by tall grass, but his head is in the fucking raptor's mouth.
Right? Are you saying that Samuel L. Jackson isn't also alive? Just because you lose an arm doesn't make you dead. He's lost arms, and we all want him to come back because Mace Windu
Yeah,
loses
but if
his
you
arm.
lose your head, you're dead.
Yeah, that's true. Don't
The
lose your
thing, the
head,
thing
you're
is
dead.
that no, but Graveyard has a point that yes, you see the head inside of the raptor's mouth, but you don't officially see him die. So we don't know that he actually died in that
I
moment.
suppose.
Yeah,
Also,
I mean,
you know,
argue
this
that
is
he got out of that.
this is also a movie about cloning, and we've already cloned people.
That's true.
We've already got
Yeah,
the technology to bring
okay.
people back.
Yes,
That's true.
And then that's how we get Mr. Sinister. Boom.
Wrapping it back around.
If we see Mr. Arnold come back and he's missing an arm, that would be amazing. He needs to be smoking a cigarette the entire fucking time.
He's a prosthetic arm that's just a cigarette holder.
Exactly.
Just a hook
It just
that
sits
he's-
like this the entire time. So he's just
Right. Right.
Exactly. And people are like, I can only hold on to half my butt at a time.
I told somebody to hold on to their butts.
I didn't hold on to mine. I didn't hold on.
Now I'm missing half of mine. It brings a whole new perspective to half-assed. All right, so was that the last one?
Yep, Jurassic Park wins.
Jurassic Park wins it. So
All right.
to
What is
nobody's
on-
surprise, the greatest dinosaur movie ever
Velocipaster won, yes.
is
I control the brackets.
it was Velocipaster! The bastard! The real winner of this is Jesus.
So, what is our next bracket then?
That's a great question.
I
We
am
need
looking
someone
at.
to
Yes, I am
make
looking
it.
at the document right now.
yes.
So I'm just gonna go through these, and I guess we'll make a choice here.
Yep.
We'll vote on it. All right. So we have speedsters.
We
We
did.
already did speedsters.
We have RPG video games.
Okay.
Grand strategy video games.
What's the
Oh.
difference? Wait, I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
What between RPGs and strategy games?
Was grand-
Strategio wins.
Oh, okay. That's all you say.
When I'm talking about RPGs, I'm talking about like Dragon Age or Mass Effect or
I understand RPGs.
Right.
You're talking
When-
about like
we're talking about
Chris.
strategy games, talking about like a civilization
Or like RTS games. So that means
Yeah.
Alert wins.
Okay.
Warcraft?
Right.
Warcraft, it'd be a fight between technically actually it'd be more of a fight between StarCraft and Red Alert.
Then we have from
Because in the
Saewon.
Command and Conquer series, the Red Alert series was by far the best. So
Then we have from Saewon, we have bad video game movie adaptations.
We did that.
we did that.
Saw
I
movies.
keep them there so I know that we
Okay.
did them.
We have Saw movies.
Did those.
God damn. Okay.
So
Uh,
RPGs? Is that what you're saying? We're doing RPGs?
Best movie beards.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh. I'm
That
gonna need someone
would
to
be
do
a good
visuals for
one.
me to put up on their computers when we do it.
And or best TV beards.
I think we should do a
Make
best
me the bracket
movie
and I will do
beards,
that.
And then
Okay.
TV beards, and then we have the winners go head to head.
Ooh,
I
I
like
like that.
I like that.
Ooh.
So
and
what
all
are,
the beards lose. It's a great
okay? So what are we voting here? What do we want?
one. The winner is ZZ Top.
What about
Uh,
Gandalf?
For the record, it is 2 of mine versus 2 of Cam's. So Cam's are basically the same. So you know.
I don't know
Brian-
if that counts. I don't know if Brian Wilson counts because
He's not a character.
right, he's a baseball player, so it's like
Unless he means Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
which I mean his beard is not that epic.
But he was
No,
on
he
TV.
said-
He
Yeah.
was
Said
on
Brian Wilson, formerly
he
of
was
the
on
San
he was
Francisco
on Home
Giants.
Improvement. He was on Full House.
That's true. But he didn't have a beard on either of those episodes. He didn't grow out his beard until like the late until like the mid 2000s.
For the record, my vote is RPGs. So.
I
We'll
think
get to them all.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I'm just saying, what do we want to do first?
RPGs would be fun. Now, are we talking all RPGs or video game RPGs?
Well, I mean, if we're doing RPGs, there's only one Mario RPG, say Wong. So
I specified video game RPGs.
I argue that the final two are going to be between one of the Final Fantasies and Chrono Trigger.
We'll
Absolutely.
See. And I'm also talking about,
we'll see.
Like big, open world stuff, and we might have to get more specific too.
But I'm saying because these are two games that are like every RPG is based on either a Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger, and Final Fantasy is based on Chrono Trigger to begin with.
Yeah. I see. We're already debating this, so this is my evidence here.
Yeah, but this is also like we don't know what's going to be on the bracket. I'm just throwing it out there.
Saying, right, exactly. So,
you'll never know the stuff I will find.
Yeah, and I guarantee there are going to be games that I'm like, I've never heard of this fucking game. Okay, let's look into.
Yeah, so there's there's RPG, strategy games, best movie / TV beard,
and then we need to add say ones. We also need to do a picture one. We did the scariest video games. He also wants to do the villains from video games. So I'll make that bracket. We'll have to pull up make a diagram of the beards of the creatures of it too. So I'll work on those brackets. I'll put them up. We'll have them ready to go. We'll have to get the pictures ready to go as well, just for some.
Okay, so what are we doing then?
Let's do RPGs next, and then we can work on the beards and the villains from scary video games.
Awesome. RPGs could be fun just because if everything goes through, Brian Volkweiss is supposed to be on the show next week, and we know that he is a massive nerd.
Good.
I would love to get his opinion on what the best RPG is.
And these are things. Also, if we do RPGs, these are things I'm actually going to know about. So not horror games where I have to have a second Google tab open here, looking up. Oh, what is this? Oh, what is this? Oh, this looks fun. Whatever.
Just make it till you make it.
Don't worry. You guys will see the list. Everyone in our distance learning group will see the list beforehand. I'll put it up there. And yes, I know there's a lot more than 32 RPGs, so I am going to be picking and choosing. I will honestly only pick 4 Final Fantasy games.
Good. I would say
Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 2, and Final Fantasy 10 need to be in there.
I feel like you could go for like series. If you wanted to go more specific, we're doing, Final Fantasy as a series. We're doing Chrono Trigger as a series. We're doing whatever, too.
Okay.
And then we can debate between each one of them. I think that would be easier because that would kind of parse it down a little bit more.
Say Wong saying Persona. That's another good one.
Oh, yeah. No, that is good, too. So
I'm just saying that if you do the whole series, then it gives more opportunities for more games.
Right, exactly. I think that's.
Well, we can always do a Final Fantasy bracket of just 16.
Yeah.
So I say we do series for now, and then we can go more specific. Like what's the best Final Fantasy? What's the best whatever? Too.
So on says people will riot if I don't have the Schoolgirl Fantasy RPG Persona on here. Got it.
Fun.
And I'm sure at least one person here knows either what I'm talking about or may know the name of this, but there's an RPG where it's like it starts off as a Japanese girlfriend simulator kind of thing, but then they turn into like one of them becomes like a jealous AI and like start killing everybody off.
That's Persona.
That's not Persona.
The one of them absolutely is. But no, you're talking about the Schoolgirl Fantasy, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's like Schoolgirl Fantasy something, and it's like an RPG, but it's like the weird.
It's not Catherine. You're talking about Catherine. Catherine's a horror game.
No, it's not.
There's the Doki Doki Panic Club.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yes, or Literature Club. Literature Club. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
such a weird game because like it starts off as like a girlfriend simulator and becomes like this weird ass RPG. So it's like, what is it? The Something of Isaac. What the fuck is the Binding
of Isaac? Is a roguelike Castlevania Metroidvania game, not RPG.
There's not an RPG element in that.
No.
What is an RPG?
Okay.
It's a
You know
game
what?
that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
play
Keep
with
this
roles.
up. We're gonna be
Well, I
here
guess-
for
I
another
guess-
40
Yeah, all right.
minutes.
Cyberpunk could go in there, but it's like
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll preface this right now. There's multiple genres of things, like there's multiple movies. The first genre has to be RPG.
Yes.
It
Well,
cannot be the second or it cannot be the second or third category of a game.
Cyberpunk 2077 is an RPG first.
Yeah.
It's open world first.
No, open world can be.
No.
I think most open world games are RPGs.
Because the whole thing and that game, it
Good
is
night,
super
everybody.
intricate. The
I
RPG
would say-
element of that game is super intricate.
We can debate this later.
Yes, I would say an RPG is where you at one point in the game you cannot go back to everything else.
A game with choices that affect the story
Yes,
in some way,
because
shape, or form.
Cyberpunk is more GTA than anything else.
There's
With all the
a GTA
quests.
element to it, but I mean, it's
Well,
Okay,
yeah, I'm saying
look.
you have endless quests. You just keep
I'm
doing
gonna
and doing
stop
and
the
doing.
live feed.
You
I
can
know
in Skyrim,
you
too.
should
we do
that.
have
Let's.
we do have
We can debate about this later.
that is going to be it for us.
Yes.
If you
Thank
have
you for watching Distance Learning.
if you have anything you guys want to say on this, or you want to get in on this conversation, send us an email or get in the Distance Nerdington post or get
Or
into
on
one
our
of the chats or
Discord.
on the Discord, right? And say put your thoughts on what you guys think is your favorite RPG. If there's an RPG you think should be involved in all this, we will debate it in the chats. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I need all of your
Money.
all your pluggables. Yes, I want all your
Everybody.
all your money. I'm broke. So Graveyard. Graveyard. Give everybody your pluggables. Where can everybody find you, man?
Yes, I am Graveyard, co-host of the Mostly Out at Night Mostly podcast. Waiting,
Oh, hold on.
waiting.
I had the volume all the way down.
You can find new episodes over at comicconradio.com along with this show as well, and other people as Geek Saga and comics as well. And you can follow us on all social media at Pod Out at Night, where we do new shows, live interview shows with people in the horror world called Conversations in the Void. Make sure to go check that out. We have a blast with it. I love talking to all the people and nerding out on horror with that. And you can find me over at Kyber K Productions, coming back to 2 to 3 days a week at this point in time. And you'll see me here on the build every Thursday and harassing Phil on Mondays in gaming chat.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And Wednesdays on X-Amining
For
97.
the next 4 weeks of examining the 97, yes.
As long as we do everything on time.
Right.
Frey, give everybody your pluggables.
Hello, I'm Frey. And when I'm not whisking off to Idaho to, do a panel with Sean Astin or Colin Baker, you can find me on my channel, Frey Girl. Sorry, I'm a little wacky today. I'm a little overheated. And where Shadu and I do Classified, where we take your favorite fandoms like Wonder Woman and classify those into Dungeons and Dragons classes. We also have a sister show, our companion show called Journals of the Classes, where we actually break down all of the classes and subclasses. And so if you don't know about a class and you're like, why do they keep picking Artificer? We have a little Journals of the Classes for it. And it's really just because I like saying that word. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Well, when we do X-Men, we know who will be an Artificer.
yes, it's Forge. And and I also like to say that paladins are evil because it really irritates Shadu.
Look.
So if you want to see that,
Paladins are not evil.
They
are
just
so
kill
evil.
because they're told by God to. I mean,
They're told by an extraplanar entity.
So
Could
are
be a
warlocks.
demon. That's all
There's
I'm saying.
differences.
So anyway, you can see all of that kind of stuff on my channel. Also, I do corgi shorts because they have short legs and they have shorts. So that's me. I'm also on Distance Nerding like all the time. Like all
What?
the time.
when are you
All
doing
the
my
time.
favorite nerdum on your show?
Yes, and well, I want you to be on that show. Because I really want to hear you and Shadu go at it. But and then of course now we're starting up the Nerd Out, and so I'm on that as well on Kyber Cave. And yeah, so I'm kind of everywhere. I'm everywhere you want to be.
Oh yeah.
And some places you don't.
She's like
exactly.
She's like MasterCard. She's everywhere you want to be. This show has devolved into a argument machine. So Shadu.
I am SHGU Studios on YouTube and Instagram.
You made this stop.
I am SHGU Studios on YouTube and on Instagram. I do short films, music, world building, TTRPGs, and other nerdy stuff. I'm also on Frey's channel, as she mentioned. She pretty much got through the whole thing about classified films classes. There will be a new episode of Films Classes coming out at some point. Hopefully very, very soon. I'm planning on editing.
It'll happen.
We'll see. I do promise it will happen at some point in the foreseeable future. It will be on Sorcerer. I am also in the Distant Stoning Sphere.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it right. Yesterday I said sorcerers. Oh my gosh. I was so okay, never mind. Go ahead.
I am also in the Distant Starting Sphere. I am on the download on Tuesdays, the build on Thursdays, the very show you're watching right now. And I am on Kyber Cave Productions for the Saturday Morning Nerd Out, as both Gravy and Frey mentioned.
I just noticed the Shaduosaurus Nerdelia. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your boy Young Phil. You know where you guys can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and handles, the beard, and James's glasses so seductively on the table, just sitting there sexy like, staring back at you, because that's what glasses do.
Don't stop. I was almost there.
Yeah, I had to ASMR that hardcore. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you want us to if you like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely at the feet of the Velocipaster, send us an email at dis.
I can't believe that we totally got rid of Land Before Time.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't realize you're talking about the bad Walking with Dinosaurs one. I was so caught up in the. You know, we may need to do dinosaur series at some point now.
I think we should.
You know.
Yeah.
We're back with being that too. Shout outs to my boy LaDonathan Jenkins on Instagram, talking about my ASMR voice, saying, "Damn, Daddy." It's nerding at AOL.com, and we will read your email on the show. That is completely terrible because I think all of us forgot that I was still in the middle of that joke. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us this week. It is now time for the dance party, and the creepy fucking baby is already on the screen. Which of the ways? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this going. Start with the beard of himself.
He doesn't dance. He's me.
It's the beardception.
Doesn't dance. Nope.
She's voguing.
Distance nerding.
How appropriate.
Deadpool and dinosaurs. Still the shit that matters.
See, one dances, one does not.
The romance we always wanted.
Gilgamesh!
He's just stroking his own Wookiee.
He did it all.
Red Rocket. Red Rocket. Oh, shit. We'll see everybody next week.
Woo! Hey, everybody.